I have autism and I'm a pro touring singer-songwriter. I had a nice day off on the way to Pittsburgh at my stop in Toledo, Ohio.
Best view ever.
But the next day was stressful, starting off in the morning.
Missed breakfast. Woke up at the exact time that needed to get checked out. It's crunch time.
Luckily, I still made it to Pittsburgh on time, had a clean shave, drove to the venue, was feeling very, very stoked and excited and ready to set up until this happened.
I'm absolutely crushed at the moment because I told people the gig was at 5 p.m. I told my bands in town that it was at 7 p.m. And the venue says that it's at 8 p.m. This is probably the most major logistical screw-up for a concert that I've ever had on my end, and I am just mortified. All right, cried a little bit, talked to my therapist about working through the situation. I'll grab some Jimmy John's to eat. All right, the Jimmy John's was good. Really began to have serious fears that I might commit more logistical errors with my upcoming 2 gigs in Cleveland and Indianapolis, respectively. I looked at the Indianapolis venue's website and I wasn't listed on there, so I sent an email just to make completely sure. Oh my goodness, pretty terrified. All right, second time's a charm. Here we go. So relieved, finally got the sound check. The guy was really, really nice and understanding. A great vibe in here, it's very lively. I'm really enjoying it. I can't wait to perform. What a turnaround.
Triggered by a scheduling error to a happy performer with understanding venue employees.
Thank you so much for Mata Brewing. Thank you, Jared, for helping me out with the sound and for being so supportive throughout this gig. A bit of a more upbeat environment today, so a bit harder to hear myself, but I'm very, very glad that they came with a monitor. This is one of those rare situations where I actually feel like I improved vocally later on in the show. Normally it's the other way around.
What a relief until the following day after another coffee shop and preparing to check out.
I could not for the life of me find the rental car's keys. I told the front desk man, and then he said, "Oh, I have them right here. Someone left keys here." And I'm like, what? How did they get there? I seriously got so lucky. I was about to have a crisis. Losing things is a huge, huge, huge trigger for me. I'm often still dealing with extreme stress and anxiety even after I find it, because I just can't shake off that adrenaline. This time I actually felt relief, and I felt like I could actually shake it off this time. Not sure how I did it. Looking for those keys was a huge mental battle. I'm not very good at looking for things even to begin with. So these kinds of milestones that I'm hitting in my life are things that I do not take for granted whatsoever. With that being said, let's head to Cleveland and have an absolute blast.
Made it to my hotel room in Cleveland, and I'm seeing 2 fire alarms with 2 different speakers. I'm a touring singer-songwriter with autism, and often I can't bear sudden loud noises. 2 fire alarms.
Those who know me know that that is my worst nightmare. Assuming it doesn't go off like it did a few years ago when I was staying in San Francisco with my family, I think I'll be okay.
But I was still super worried because unbelievably draining, unpredictable surprises and anxiety explosions had already occurred in a 2-day span. I will say that a quick nap definitely eased some more worries. I arrived at this venue in Cleveland feeling nice and relaxed. 2.5 hours later.
Awesome show. Time to save my voice. Drink lots of water. Very, very sweet owners, like my Pittsburgh gig yesterday. In Pittsburgh, the place across the street made me food free of charge. And now this place in Cleveland is making me food free of charge as well. I'm so grateful. A spinach and feta pretzel. That pretzel was to die for. Now I'm going to try this pizza. And that pizza was great. See you tomorrow, Indianapolis.
Things get super intense from this point forward. Stay tuned. I'm a singer-songwriter with autism on tour, and I'd like to tell you about a super rough day that I had. I thought I had it in me to do 3 gigs in less than 3 days, but after 2 emergency naps in the car at various truck stops, exhaustedly arriving at my Indianapolis venue in the early afternoon, and playing for less than an hour.
Had to stop this one. They're only paying me a quarter of my rate. Makes sense. I'm learning more and more about myself, and I learned a lot about myself today. So my voice is here, but I feel like I'm just not able to get it on the right pitch. And it's just a huge, huge internal battle. I just could not provide it today. I'm lucky that there was not a lot of people here for this one. Another kind of anticlimactic way to end this tour, leg specifically.
For context, I'm talking about when I had to cancel a show in Oregon and head home from Reno, Nevada due to Oregon wildfires and me getting COVID.
It is what it is. I have to take care of myself first.
But also, the hotel in Indianapolis was outrageously expensive because of the eclipse the following day and it being in the eclipse totality zone. But I managed to snag my favorite dessert, sink into the hotel bed, and somehow wake up at 4 a.m. the next morning and fly home, going straight to work immediately after. Then I got home, eagerly anticipating the next leg of the tour in 2 months' time. It was an anticlimactic ending to leg 1, but I learned so much along the way. Stay tuned for the leg 2 vlogs.